Remember, I'm not your slave. You're supposed to help me find that shapeshifter.
I've got some information. Listhril will do a closed-door demonstration to the most important diplomats.
A private presentation for the elite? Yeah, you can bet our elf is gonna be there.
If you want to catch him, you must help me get into the sanctuary.
What stops me from dumping you here? What do you got that I need?
I have the list of those taking part in the presentation. I wager that he'll attend the summit by impersonating a human.
Wow, you have been busy.
Problem is that there are 4 human diplomats. The 2 main kingdoms each have sent an ambassador with his bodyguard.
When I find out whose identity the shapeshifter has taken, you'll be the first to know.
And I can then flush him in your direction.
All right, sounds good. I even think I have an idea of how we can slip you in quietly. Well, you're built like a troll. So if I find you the uniform of an elf guard, nobody'll notice you.
I'll give you a hand with your shapeshifter once I'm in Corian.
And just how are you gonna do that?
Each thing in its own time. Once there, I'll see what I can find out about him. One more thing. I learned that Olaf, who used to be with Carnage, has been hired by a diplomat. That dog will no doubt remain at the door of the sanctuary and wait until his master returns.
So, what's that got to do with me?
I do not like traitors. Get rid of him, and you can count on some more amber.
You're starting to run up a pretty big tab here, lady. But I'll think about it.
Keep low.
I'm already low.
I can never tell if you're sitting or standing up.
You are fucking hilarious. I'm wondering how you're gonna squeeze into one of these outfits. These elves are pretty skinny.
Stand up.
This is as up as I get.
Do you like this one?
I'd be surprised if my dagger could penetrate the armor. We'll avoid them. But don't worry. I think I know where I can find something that'll fit you. A stylish, dark elf outfit with a badge to get you into the sanctuary. It's like looking for an assassin in a haystack. Should be quite easy. Even better, I already got a good idea of where to look.
much more than those goblin vermin. Stick around here. Make sure that no... Very well, Sir Olaf.
Olaf? That's the deserter Hellendrin was talking about. Either I take care of him with a nice, clean cut to the jugular, or I could just steal his pass. That way, the Dark Elves will grab him, and it's bedtime for Bonzo. Either way, his day at the party is over. Forever.
These lunatic dark elves are addicted to amber. If only I'd stashed some back when it was freely available, I'd make a fortune here in no time.
Without this pass, that idiot will never get through the doors of the sanctuary. And given the mood of the local population, stop him, nice welcome ceremony. Then gut him and piss on his innards. One more job to add to Hellendrin's tally. She's starting to run up a pretty big tab here.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report.
steam baths. Never taken myself. Now, unless elves bathe with their clothes on, I should be able to steal a uniform without too much fuss. I remember the last time I took a bath. It was in an amber lake, and let's just say it didn't work out too well. Since then, I avoid them.
The presence of these disgusting strangers is becoming hard to bear.
And yet the summit is supposed to bring together the most important and worthy representatives of each race.
The orcs are lumps of disgusting muscles. The humans are self-obsessed parasites, and the dwarfs are...
do not deserve our respect. The Castasiel are calling upon their inner reserves of calm, so they can resist killing these mongrels.
Leoge, how we regret not being able to hang and bleed them ourselves and watch their foul blood flow.
If Lysril wishes this gathering, then it must also be our wish as well.
Really producing a lot at this moment. We can be proud of that.
The other races despise them and hunt them. What a waste. It's their arms that should be torn off.
That looks like an altar. Maybe I'll find something or someone interesting in here. Helledrin said that the priestesses have special embassy badges that allow them access to the sanctuary. What do you know? Here's an embassy priestess complete with a beautiful badge allowing access to the diplomatic summit. I really gotta talk to the writer. Some of these coincidences are getting a little too good to be true.
Nothing.
It was just a
Maybe
shame.
next time we were a little more discreet, huh? There we go. This badge will give High Mountain Helledrin a front row seat at the diplomatic summit. Meanwhile, the coast will be clear for me to go look for that shape-shifting scumbag Jarak. If I go through this place carefully enough, I'm bound to track down a uniform for that big gal. Feels like I'm out clothes shopping for Helledrin, and I fucking hate shopping.
This armor is too worn out. The image of the Castasiel must not be tarnished in the eyes of strangers. They keep the uniforms upstairs. There's probably some armor.
A ranger's uniform. She'll have to suck her tummy in and pull tight on the buttons, but yeah, it'll do. Love this.
Summit is putting our people on edge. A few slit throats would calm us nicely.
No one is happy to see impure mongrel blood within the walls of our sanctuary. But it is the will of our high priestess, Lisrel. She's the one who sees and permits us to know truth.
How did you manage to get in here?
That's not your concern. Slide the outfit and the pass under the gate.
You'll get the badge when I get into the sanctuary, not before.
You're not as weak as the goblins I've killed in the past. Meet me up above, I'll open a window.